Let's further look into the examples of experimental research design. First is employment, recruitment, and screening. The recruitment of an employee to an organization requires the employee to go through a rigorous selection procedure, right? We all know we have probably gone through this rigorous procedure that filters the highly suited individual for a job from the rest of the lot. So that it's not only one person who comes and gives the interview, there are 10 other people. So out of that, they only filter the highly suited individual for the job from the rest of the lot. So the people who have arrived, I'm talking about, but let's think about they must have received ample of CVs or resumes. So a screening process is conducted that tests the skills, qualifications, experience, knowledge of the applicants before going ahead with the selecting the required number of people. So the selected individuals are then recruited and trained with respect to the work to be done. Following this training, these individuals are then observed for a specific frame. At the end of this time period, employee appraisals take place, which reviews the performance of the employee to identify the need for any improvement or if the employee is capable of handling extra work while maintaining the same level of performance and consistency level. This is a very simple example of one group pretest or post-test research design that assists the creation of a progressive work environment that provides room for employees to grow, along with pushing the organization towards achieving objectives in an effective manner. We'll see in the next example. Example of experimental research for business. Market researchers can apply experimental research to a wide breadth of testing needs. Virtually anything that requires proof, confirmation, or is clouded by uncertainty can put experimentation into practice. So we can see that example, a product manager needs to convince the higher ups in a denim company to launch a new product line at a particular department store. The objective of this launch is to increase sales, expand the company's floor presence, and widen the offerings. Here, the manager has to prove that this line is needed in order for the company to pitch the idea to the department store. So, the product manager can then conduct experimental research to provide a strong case for the theory. That is, a new line can raise sales. Product manager performs experimental research by executing a test in few stores in which the new line of denim is sold. These stores are varied in location to signify the target market sales before and after the launch. The test runs for a month to determine if the hypothesis, that means the new line resulting in increased attention and sales, that can be proven. This represents a field experiment. The product manager must head the sales and foot traffic of the new product line, paying attention to spikes in revenue and overall sales to justify the new line. This is how it can be helpful for a product manager to implement experimental research and try to finalize or try to put attention in the revenue. Next is experimental research survey example. The survey research runs contrary to experimental research. Unlike the other main forms of research, such as exploratory, descriptive, or correlation that we have already studied previously. This is because the nature of survey is observational, while experimental research, as its name signifies, relies on experimentation. So that is testing out changes and studying the reaction of the changes. Despite the contrast of survey research to experimental research, they are not completely at odds. In fact, surveys are a potent method to gain further insight into an existing experiment or understand variable before conducting an experiment in the first place. So as such, business can adopt a wide variety of surveys to complement their experimental research. So how they can do it. So there are some key forms of survey that work in tandem with experimentation. The quantitative survey, which will be helpful to discover the aspect of statistical significance with variables, and also will be helpful in the casual research that has been taken out in the quantitative essence. Then is a retrospective survey, which basically dwells into the past events, occurrence, and attitude in regards to the variables. Then is prospective survey. So the name itself says can find causative elements between variables over a period of time. This will be only useful for formulating hypothesis. Customer experience survey then helps businesses zero in on variables that contributes to or result from certain kinds of customer experiences. Pulse survey, this is very interesting, that measure various methods matters critical in a business or organization. Surveys employees deployed more frequently so variables can always be continually tracked. Qualitative survey. This helps answer the what, why, and how with open ended question. Extracts key high level information in depth. So I hope this example has given you a deeper understanding of experimental research design and the difference between experimental research and experimental research surveys.